hope you are okay. Welcome to another video. Today, guys, I am bringing you the Mars in Taurus. Now, this is a bit of a special one because we have Mars going into Taurus on the 4th of August, the 4th of July, till the 20th of August. And then it goes into Gemini for a very long time until next year. Not only do we have that, we also have a big one that's happening on the 31st of August, 31st of July, which is the Uranus and North Node conjunction. And also the Mars conjunction becomes exact on the 1st of August. And, you know, the Mars will conjunct Uranus and the North Node from 22nd of July to the 15th of August. And, you know, this goes until like the rest of the year, till next year. But with this is like I said, it's a big one because it is a 15-year conjunction. And the last time the North Node conjunct the Uranus was in Pisces in March 2007. And if you guys are old enough to think back what happened, you know, let me know. Before that, we had it in 1991 in Capricorn. But because we got Mars involved, it makes it more powerful. It makes it a bit more crazy. This is going to be like a tarot reading. I have got some tarot cards for this conjunction, and especially for Mars in Taurus anyway, because this video was about Mars about Mars in Taurus, but obviously with the conjunction, it's going to make it a bit more impactful. So I'll talk a bit about when Mars goes into Taurus. So it's very much a time that we're going to be very focusing on those Taurus themes of being very determined, steady, thinking about our goals, whether it's material, how we look as well. And the pace is moving from fast pace of Aries. It's going into a slow pace, which is Taurus. And it's going to be definitely a time where, you know, it's going to give us that steady energy. If you've got like anything that you've put off for a while, or if you wanted to, you know, really get down and gritty to get the work done, you're going to have more patience for this. And it's more or less like, you know, let's just put the work in now. Let's get serious, but not working in a fast pace. And you're going to be making sure, like a lot of us will be making sure that we basically, you know, finish what we start. So, you know, Mars is ruled by Aries and traditionally was ruled by Scorpio. And, you know, when you put these two energies involved, it does give it a different, you know, action orientated theme. But with it in Taurus, the change is quite slow. And, you know, this is not a time that we're going to, you know, if you found that during Mars in Aries that you were, that you were confrontational, there's a lot of arguments, a lot of headbutting. This is the time that we don't want any confrontation. We want to discuss things in a civilized manner, in a civilized way. So, but it's not to say that it's like, you know, you're not going to, with Mars and Taurus, not to say that you're hiding away. It's just that, you know, let's just get on with it. But Taurus is a very strong sign anyway, okay? So what other themes that come up with this is there can be some resentment along the way, because Taurus is a very sturdy sign. It's very dependable. So resentment can build if that, you know, there's things that you want to do and you don't get to do it because you're helping other people. Other themes is stubbornness. You could really dig your heels in. There could also be a bit of theme of laziness, even though the drive is to get, you know, earning, getting work done. There can be some laziness, but it can be good or bad, depending. There could be bullish, you know, shooting from the hip, not thinking before you speak. They can also be you know, because not a lot of people talk about how Tauruses can be bullies if they wanted to, if they go to that shadow side. So there can be that aspect of bullying, you know, like, and that's when resentment comes in, because things build, then it can just be like, bam. And it can be very explosive, because remember, the anger can build. So it can be explosive anger that builds from months ago. So there may be something that happened from when the North Node went into Taurus, and now all of a sudden it's bam. So just be mindful, especially if you are traditionally Mars in Taurus. If you happy Mars return, if you got Sun, Moon or Rising in Taurus, you're definitely going to feel it. I also forgot to say that, you know, if you are fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo and Scorpio, you're definitely going to be feeling this as well. This is the theme of earning of money. So it's not a case of being shy in asking for what you want. Taurus is a very charming sign. So yes, there can be some charm along the way as well. This is a time where we're seeking opportunity for finances. This is about material as well. Fighting for what you value, okay, in terms of how we pursue our goals, especially financial goals, our dreams, creative dreams, but also this is to do with fighting to having that peace for self-care. So, you know, Mars in Taurus, you know, it's very easy with Mars being in Taurus to forget about looking after the self. It's very easy to really concentrate on your dreams and your goals. You know, going out, dressing up, socializing, you know, especially when it comes to like food and drink. But then when it comes to like really looking, feeling our bodies, knowing when to slow down, knowing when to have like those nice baths, knowing when to, you know, just chillax, it can be very hard to be listening to that. So when Mars is in Taurus, that's one of the major themes that we should be also having that comfort in, you know, chilling, being by ourselves sometimes, putting our feet in the ground, having those nice baths with, you know, with bubbles and being luxurious. There's many ways that you can spoil yourself instead of breaking the bank for it. So that's like the themes of Mars when it goes into Taurus. So the card that I have for Mars being into Taurus is the King of Pentacles. And this card is definitely about us, you know, bettering ourselves. It's a card that is very cautious. It's about high status, security. It is faithful, dependable. It's also to do with us reaching our goals, being patient as well. So this card, again, is just showing us a lot of us during this time for the next like nearly 8 weeks. This is our main themes that we'll be working towards. And even like in a relationship as well, we will, you know, if you're dating anyone, you want someone that is, especially going with the King of Pentacles cards. If you're dating or looking for that a lot of people will be looking for that sort of like long-term relationship. Someone that is stable, someone that is loyal, someone that is, you know, as hardworking as you are, someone that is about traditional values and faithful, you know, because Taurus is a very much a faithful sign. And that even goes to do with business as well. I feel a lot of you, you know, when it comes to like promotions and business, you'll be really digging your heels in to get your money's worth. This is a time where a lot of you may be wanting to like really build your empire, striving for the best, striving to work hard. And, you know, some of you may be seeking a certain type of status too. So, you know, financial security, this card is very much a business card. It's about financial security. And even when it comes to, yeah, so these are like the main themes with this card. But it is of stability. It is of long term, again. And again, seeing things through the end. So I feel that this King of Pentacles really embodies that whole Mars in Taurus, or what a lot of us will be seeking. This is going to be like our guide for those 8 weeks. When we come to the, the conjunction that's happening, again, I said it's a 15-year one. So obviously look back to the previous ones. I remember 2007, it was very much a hot time. It was very much a crazy time. It was, and yeah, it was a lovely time. Things went very fast, and even in 91 as well. I remember that was a year that, it was a bit quite life-changing for me, because it was in Capricorn as well. You don't really think like that, but if you look back, it's like, oh, actually, it was quite life-changing in a way, especially when it comes to, going to school or college, or, things actually were very different. And, now we're in another earth one, who was in water before. Now we are in earth, which is Taurus. So the conjunction with Uranus and the North Node, it's going to be a bit of, it can actually feel very heavy, because in terms of themes like what's going to go on in the world when it comes to agriculture, when it comes to our physical appearance, when it comes to money as well, all of these things are going to be changing. The card I have for this is the Moon card, because it's 18 degrees. And the Moon card is about, release of fear, repressed emotions. It's intuition. It's definitely to do with our subconscious. It's actually it's the card that is the tarot card that is ruled by Pisces. And this is the number 18 card. So themes that we could, some of the themes with this card also is about, obviously listening to our emotions, and it's, definitely paying attention to things that are not seen, paying attention to what is going on deep within us. There can be, during this whole conjunction with this card, there could be a lot of like upheavals, like emotional upheavals. There can be mood swings. There could be changes in cycles as well. Things can be really repressed, and it will take a long time for it to really come up. There can also be, remember this is a Pisces card, and Pisces is a sign that things are not really what they seem. So that's one of the reasons why this Moon card is perfect for this, because we need to listen, really listen, and be guided to listen to our intuition. And in all themes of our lives as well, because there can be some negative feelings that we can be feeling as well. And, this card is also going with the Moon with this conjunction, is that, because Uranus rules, anxiety. Uranus rules electricity within the body. So there can be some anxious feelings that come up. Our moods can definitely change from morning to afternoon till night. There can also be a sense that, we may not be trusting our intuition, trusting ourselves. So we need to really check in and look on that. On one hand, we can feel very grounded, but on the other hand, we can just feel really like up and down. And this is also definitely to do with like relationships as well. This Moon card is about us letting go and letting the feelings in, and not being ashamed to really emote what you're feeling and what you want to say. And, this card is about the cycles that happen, especially within women. So, really look at that too. And yeah, so this cycle, even though it is very crazy, it is also very emotional. But we need to distinguish emotions and also know what's real and know what's not real. And if we are overreacting, or we're just being oversensitive, or we're just seeing things for what it is, or with things that we need to see that we don't want to see as well. So it's very, very emotionally changeable. So yeah, so that's the card for this. And when it comes to, with this conjunction, there are a lot of energies, a lot of energies that is to do with, because, you know, it's going to be when the sun goes into Leo. So, you know, there's going to be a sense of like, on the outside, a huge sense of us being quite stable, quite grounded, like everything's okay, everything's okay. We're going to be, you know, getting down to our duties, again, climbing that ladder. And also there can be sort of like a power shift, I feel, that can come across during this next, it could be actually, you know, because the 15-year cycle, there could be a lot of this going on for the next 15 years, a lot of power plays, a lot of power shifts, a lot of, you know, again, climbing that mountain to work hard. But also there can be also an energy of stubbornness, not wanting to change, not wanting to move. But emotions can definitely really come out as well. With the sun being in Leo, again, things are going to be for show. Even if we want to bury it, things will be for show. And there's also some influences that are to do with like our personal relationships, whether it's business, personal partnerships. These are other themes that are coming up too. Emotionally, again, going to that moon card, like what I said, these themes are going to be of the day. But also with the Mars, Uranus, everything being in Taurus, you know, it's, you know, I feel it's very mental as well. There's a lot of like mental, especially in terms of how we're communicating, what we're thinking, what we're saying. It can change on a day-to-day basis. This is actually really great for us if we're going to combine these whole energies together. This is really great for a lot of us to, you know, do some, you know, reading those books, studying. I feel that this is, there's going to be a lot of communication online. There's going to be a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. There's also going to be some rebellion, you know, so there's going to be, you know, groups and organizations forming. This is about, and talking about like progressive views. There's, you know, you're wanting things to move forward. It's not about things looking back. And and I actually think that's quite good when people, you know, because, you know, some of you could actually like make friends with people that are very different to you. They're very quite avant-garde. They're very, you know, but again, Mars being the, you know, that how we're communicating and talking, it can be very direct. There can be a lot of combative behavior as well. There's a lot of like sharing of information, quick thinking. Yes, again, it can be some, you know, especially when it comes to making decisions. They can, you may want this, you may want things to be moving fast, but obviously because Taurus is there, things will be moving a little bit slow. But once decisions are made, they will definitely be made. I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing a lot of people playing board games again. I know that might sound strange. A lot of board games playing. And yeah, and, you know, things in the neighborhood, you know, things in your neighborhoods can be changing. I feel that people will be like planting more. People want to be getting gardens, allotments, sharing their fruit and their vegetables. This is about forward thinking, guys, as well. There could also be changes within your neighborhood, changes within when you're talking to like neighbors, be meeting new neighbors. Really, some of you may decide you want to just investigate your neighborhood too. A lot more conversations within your siblings as well. But again, I do feel there's going to be a bit more, because Uranus is there, things are going to be a bit more progressive. Things are going to be moving a little bit faster. But also there can also be a lot of crazy energy. This might be the summer of crazy. This might be a summer that we're not going to forget in a hurry because of this 15-year conjunction. And so yeah, so there can be some shocks, there can be some disruptions, there can be some disturbances, there can be a lot of like themes that because you know, with Taurus, we want things to stay the same, and it's not necessarily going to be like that, which can disrupt all of us. You know, this conjunction is showing us that all what we know, all we want to stay the same, it just won't happen. Because not only are we in a new world, we're in a new era, a new decade. There's creature comforts that is great to have, but there's also a time that we may have to let these go. And that is like the whole major theme, and that's in terms of everything Taurus, is to do with, you know, the look, you know, makeup, cosmetics, our body image, agriculture. It's to do with money, the banking system. It's also to do with the arts as well, our sensual pleasures, how we take care of ourselves, the food that we're eating. I personally feel, you know, especially if you've got a lot of Taurus energy, heavy energy in this, is that if you are looking to change what you eat, if you are looking to change your look, these things can be very sudden. If you're looking to change like your home, if you're looking to, you know, decide that you want to have a garden, move house, some of these things can definitely be sudden as well. Remember, this is for 15 years. So things may not happen on that day. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be long lasting. It's going to be very impactful. There could be a lot of things happening within our finances. You know, as we all know, we are in a recession. It's not like, oh, we are in a recession. I feel that we came in a recession from the, you know, the pandemic. I felt that that was happening anyway. Everything changed. As soon as Uranus went into Taurus, guys, that was the whole ball game. You know, there's going to be a lot of unpredictable energy that's going to be happening. So also, again, like I said, real estate, supply chains, energy distribution as well. It can feel very scary, you know, because even me saying it, I'm thinking, oh, it can feel very scary. But sometimes, I remember someone said, when changes happen, when sometimes in order for change to happen, we need to see the ugliness of the world. We need to see the ugliness of someone. We need to see the ugliness within ourselves. We need to see the ugliness in general. And then change comes. It feels very uncomfortable. A lot of the things that are coming up are going to be very uncomfortable. A lot of these things are going to be very shocking. But this is going to propel us to the brand new. And even myself, guys, I have to remind myself this is going to be brand new, okay? So, and there's nothing wrong in keeping to certain things that you're used to. Just know that, okay, I'm going to have this day, but tomorrow it may not be there. I might be planning to wake up at 8 o'clock to do this, but I end up waking up at, you know, 7 o'clock, and I might start doing my work at 9 o'clock. These are the type of things that could change. It's not easy with these planets being in Taurus, because Uranus is very uncomfortable there. The North Node, I feel, is good there, but also Mars being there, it does give it that sort of like, you know, drive for stability, but also it doesn't want to rock the boat. It doesn't want to shock. So it's very, you know, with the North Node being there, it's like where our destiny lies in terms of our comforts, our material comforts, our creature comforts. There's that drive to be doing that. But Uranus is showing us, yeah, this is what you want, but this is what's going to happen instead. And it could feel like things would change from a day-to-day basis as well. So yeah, that's like the energies that you know, I'm picking up, and that could be happening in the world. Now, the oracle cards that I have for us on a general collective level, I've picked out 3 oracle cards. And these cards are from like Archangel Gabriel, which is actually, it's funny because this is the Cancer Archangel, and we are in Cancer season. And Archangel Gabriel is really good in asking for like protection, especially in terms of, you know, what we want to nurture, in terms of creativity, in terms of, you know, being protected in general as well. It's very much a Cancer card. So the first card that we have is Let Go. First card is Let Go. During not just the Mars in Taurus, but the whole 15-year transit, let go. So this message is saying about releasing and not trying to control the situation. And, you know, if we do try to control it, things will change, and we may get, you know, not even about stagnation. It's just that things, we won't learn from it. And learning is definitely the theme of this whole 15 years, what's going to be happening. So, and also once we learn, we can realize that, you know, holding on to what we thought was safe, what we thought we felt comfortable in, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't what we needed in the first place as well. We just needed it because we needed that, you know, we just needed that guidance. We just needed that comfortability. So the let go card is the first message. The second card is perfectionism. And also this Archangel card is very much about creativity as well. So it's saying, you know, when it comes to any creativity, because I feel creativity is going to be boosted in a way, in a strong way as well. Because, you know, Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Leo, to the top of my head, they're the most creative signs. Like in terms of the arts, they're the most creative. And Cancer as well. But yeah, they're the most creative. So these are creative cards as well. So it's just saying about when it comes to creative projects, like just if you're doing anything creative, again, things will change, but also, you know, being consistent and polishing it up. If, you know, with Mars being there as well, it's going to be giving us that drive to perfect it. It's going to be giving us that drive to, you know, not being afraid to start again if we need to. And but also don't allow perfectionism to get in the way of your goal. Don't allow perfectionism to get in the way that things have to be so perfect. And if it's not, that means you have to just, oh, I'm not doing it no more. Because that's due stubbornness, and it can feel very petty as well. So perfectionism, make your work perfect, but not so perfect that, you know, it's not good enough even for yourself. Third card we have is only listen to love. And, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So it says, oh, listen to love. It's like, don't allow the fear to distract your divine mission. So what do you love? During this conjunction, there's going to be themes and elements of what we love that's going to be changing. We're going to be guided to go with what we love. We're going to be passionate about it. But then we're going to be, some of us could be thinking, actually, I don't even know what I love. Then we're going to have to really do that inner work, dig deep and see, you know what, this is what I actually love to do. Knowing what you love also can change as well. So this is the time to listen to that Venus energy of Taurus and knowing what you love. Second card, the fourth card we have is birth. So this is saying about there's going to be a brand new life coming up during this conjunction. And, you know, it could be birth of an idea, birth of a baby, you know. This card is about happy news. A lot of us are going to be birthing a new project. Let's not forget, guys, with this conjunction, it's going to be showing us that there's going to be things that we need to really start, okay? And another thing I was actually forgot to say was that, you know, with like Uranus conjunction, especially the North Node, or even with Mars, anything Uranus conjunction, there's always something that's actually happened. Like something, especially even with squares as well. We had the Saturn square Uranus. In fact, I forgot to say that. You know, Saturn square Uranus that happened last year, we're going to be seeing this theme come up during this time as well. So it's no wonder why a lot of us may feel quite stuck in the moment, because we may feel that, no, I want to do this. This is how it's going to be. But then it's like, okay, that's fine. But know that you're going to change it as well. The Saturn element can give us that structure to make it go long term. But Uranus can also give it that change when it's needed. So this birth card is about birthing of something brand new that's going to be coming up. And I also feel that there's going to be lots of different things and themes that's going to be coming up with the arts, with people that are very different. You know, there's going to be a lot of, yes, you can say avant-garde art, but I also feel that because, not being rude, but you know, the last 10 years, art has been very stagnated. Nothing new has come up, to be honest with you. I call 2010 to 2019 the lost decade, especially in terms of creativity. Like, I'm a very creative person, and I've not seen, I feel that from 2000, 2010, and even like 1990 to 99, there was more progressiveness happening, but that stopped. And obviously you could say it was because of Pluto going into Capricorn. There may have been great art out there, but it just wasn't it was very exclusive more than inclusive. So I feel with this, because Taurus is a sign, I wouldn't say it's inclusive or exclusive. It's more like, you know, how can we make money, but how can we, you know, it's about building resources. So I feel because Uranus is involved, and Uranus is ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius is like, let's just get brotherhood all together. There's going to be a birth of a new brand of art and crafts and music and fashion. And even, you know, even if whatever you're doing as well, guys, you may just be chilling, and next thing you know, you birth a new idea. And this is great to be aligning yourself with people who are with you too. So this is, I feel this is one of the most powerful cards with let go. In there's going to be exciting new ideas going to be coming up during this. Even if you do feel stagnated, the stagnation you need, and maybe it's because of Saturn, but then with that comes something very different. Okay, so know that there's going to be lots of crazy things, but also you can imagine new things, and even especially work with that too. Next card we got is recognition. So going from the birthing of something brand new in terms of art, recognition comes. I feel recognition is definitely more to do with you're recognizing that you can change. You're recognizing that, you know, thinking outside the box is not a bad thing. But recognition is about accomplishments. It's about honors. It's also to do with fame. Fame is going to be very different now anyway, okay? But once you dare yourself to go there, because I feel a lot of us may be forced to, because Uranus in Taurus is about earning money very differently, doing something creative very differently as well. Recognition can come because we're daring to be different. We're daring to do something that is not the normal, but also, you know, you're doing something that is, it actually can be very future thinking as well. Obviously, again, it can bring in money. Sorry about that, guys. It can bring in money, but also it is, you know, because recognition is about, if you look at that, the 10th house is Capricorn, and that is a sign, that is a recognition one anyway. But I feel that I feel that there's going to be a recognition that with change comes success. With change comes, you know, finding the self, but also with change comes learning about the self as well. And I feel that's definitely to do with like recognition. You're also recognizing, people also could recognize you too. Even if you're around people that are, or, you know, it doesn't have to be people, but if you're around a situation that's very stagnated, you know, and if you feel that things will never change, know that it will. The last card that we have is retreat. Okay, and this card is about blocking out any distractions and spending quiet time alone so that you can focus on priorities. So again, because of this crazy energy that we're going to be having for the next, you know, 15 years, retreat is going to be, it's not going to be, it may not be easy to come for a lot of us. It may be quite hard. Because because it's not about we're going to be so busy, but because the energy is so busy, because things are going to be very up and down, because there's going to be lots of losses, but also lots of gains. There's going to be lots of changes. There's going to be lots of things that we're going to have to like mobilize into the new world. Also, let's not forget, there's going to be a theme of living off less. We're going to need to retreat from it. We're going to need to have that alone time. We're going to need to have this time of not being around too much busyness, but also focusing on your projects, focusing on building, but also focusing on yourself. That's one of the reasons why self-care, because it's, again, like I said, it's going to be so hard to take care of ourselves. It's going to be so hard to put our health and mental health, emotional health first. So, you know, this card is just essentially saying that even though it is saying about prioritize like our creativity and work and, you know, our future and our goals, I also will say to prioritize our, you know, our emotional, mental, physical. And, you know, not groom yourself, because grooming now is going to be very different. You know, I've spoken about this in my podcast about with Uranus being in Taurus, the standards of beauty are just changing, guys. You know, Taurus is a very sensual sign. It's a sign that, you know, some Tauruses are very naturally slim, but there are some Tauruses that are very naturally curvy. Some of them are, you know, Tauruses in general are naturally very beautiful, you know, and even if they're not, there's a beauty about them. So we are moving out of that time of, remember, Uranus was in Aries, which started a brand new time. And now it's in Taurus, which is going to be changing the whole standards when it comes to, you know, the look, the fashion. If you are, and it's not a, you know, and we are all like this in our own way. If you're used to having, you know, designer clothes, material, all these things that, you know, we're all used to, that's going to be changing. Okay. And again, that's going to be very hard to let go of. And this conjunction is going to be showing that. So retreating also is about retreating, because getting into that new world that we are in, we're going to have to really take a deep breath. We're going to have to really, you know, really believe that things are different now. So, you know, going back to, you know, retreating to calm like the mind, body and soul again, going into the grass, grounding yourself, going for walks. You know, also when it comes to like even beautifying yourself, it's going to be very different. Some of you may go to get your manicures and pedicures. Some of you may decide, you know what, because of especially the cost of living, I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to learn how to, you know, thread my eyebrows. Or some of you may decide that you want to really grow out your eyebrows. You know, just grow everything out. You know, remember, things are changing. But retreating is also great for, it balances you out. Retreating from the craziness of the world. Retreating and smelling those roses. Daydreaming. Giving yourself that time and energy to just relax and laze about, eat nice food, and, you know, then tomorrow you can start again. I feel like this card is very special for this conjunction as well, because it can be retreating won't come easy, because some of us may feel that we have to constantly be on that grind, and those days are over. That was 2010, 2019, or even before that. That was from the 80s till now. We're no longer in that world now. You know, if you know anything about the conjunction that we're in of the Saturn Jupiter in Aquarius, the sixth house to that is Cancer. And Cancer's a sign that works hard, but also likes to relax. So, and even before that, we had the conjunction, which was in Taurus. The sixth house was Libra, which was very much about working hard and also socializing. And before that, it was in Libra. It was in Taurus, sorry. Yeah, Taurus one we had, but the one before that we had was in Libra in 1980, 82. And that the sixth house to that was Pisces, which was about, you know, burning the candles at both ends. And, you know, so we're in a new time now. We really want to be taking care of ourselves. We really want to be working with our energy, working with our emotions. So things are definitely changing. So the last, I've just gone off on one, sorry about that. So the last card of retreat is definitely talking and calling us to really, you know, take care of our emotional, physical and self, but also retreating from the craziness of the world. And also if you've got things to do, you may want to do it by yourself. So when it comes to like essential oils, guys, again, you guys know I love essential oils. Essential oils are my thing. During this time, one of the essential oils that comes into my mind is ylang ylang. I use that nearly every day. It helps to it really helps to like really balance the feminine. It really balances your emotions. Like it's a mind, body and soul connection. Essential oil is very sweet, but it also feels very luxurious as well. I'm using, you know, vetiver is really good. It helps to ground. It makes you have a really nice sleep. It's very calming. It's very centering. And it also makes you focused. Any type of citrus oils, tangerine, lime, even lemon, which is great because it really brings focus. It also brings a lot of clarity. It makes you rejuvenated as well, keeps you very much alert. Any other oils like rose is really good. Rose is very much a nice oil. You know, I do find rose is a nice oil. Anything quite sweet. But yeah, rose is really good. It's very uplifting. It's very smoothing. You can feel that you're really, again, pampering yourself. It's got that sort of like sweet element as well. You can put like 1 or 2 drops in the bath, which is good. You're really gonna be feeling very like, okay, I'm in like I'm in the spa right here. So yeah, combining rose in the bath is perfect. It's really good to also get in touch with like your feminine qualities as well. So yeah, I'm loving rose. And you know, again, go to your health practitioner before you even, you know, if you're using essential oils for the first time. Go to your health practitioner to and also, you know, these are the themes that I will be using. My essential oils can change as well. I will always be using like lavender, which helps to ground. Because, you know, especially again, if you've got a lot of like fixed energy, Taurus especially, you know, this can really rock you. This can really shake you. So grounding ones, like even like cedarwood is really good too. Anything that can help you just relax and ground, because cedarwood is really great for sleep as well. And lavender, I love combining them two together. It might not be easy for a lot of us to get that good night's sleep, because even if we are sleeping, the mind could be swirling with ideas, the mind could be swirling with conversations, the mind could be swirling because we cannot relax. So yes, big time, guys. Again, it's at 18 degrees, so check where it is if you've got Taurus in your house chart, check where that is. And yeah, it's going to be a big time, guys. It's going to be a very big time. But I'm an optimist that, you know, change is going to be for the better, although it can be quite rocky. But I'm hoping, because again, if you look at the previous conjunctions, which was in Pisces and Capricorn, you know, there was a lot of change that happened. And then 15 years later, we have another change that's going to be happening. There's been some conjunctions that's happened this year that you think, guys, you've got the Mars-Saturn conjunction, and you know, that's for 2 years anyway. And we've got the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. And yeah, it's going to be life-changing, you know, and you know, raising our vibrations is, again, Because again, even if you listen to a lot of astrologers, guys, a lot of them do say that we're going to have to live off less, and it's not going to be easy. You know, we're living in real time, and it's not easy all the time, you know. So even if you're doing any little self-care practice that can just help you, ground you, and make you know that everything will be okay, is, you know, definitely better than nothing. So yeah, and that's also a memo to the self as well. You know, we're all going to be feeling it, guys, and even if we are open to change, change won't come easily for all of us. So guys, that was the Mars, Uranus and North Node tarot message for you guys. You know, feel free to let me know what happened previously, when it was in 2007 or 91. And, you know, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And yes, I will speak to you guys very soon. So take care. Bye.